Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. We are from Group 4 Drawing and CAD Project Section 3. Today we would like to present about process of plan submission in Malaysia local authorities. Name of our group member Farhan bin Rahman, Muhammad Huzi bin Hasnul, Muhammad Daniel Hafiz bin Abu Amrin, and myself Muhammad Kamil Hamizan bin Lukman. Introduction of this project. Background of local authority. The local authority that had been chosen is the Klang Municipal Council. Before its establishment in May 1890, the Klang Local Authority was known as the Klang Health Board. Its official border was erected in 1895, which was later merged with Port Swettenham in December 1945 to form the Klang Municipal Board. Another change in management took place during the establishment of the Klang City Council in 1954. With this new system of governance, Klang developed rapidly until 1971 when Port Klang, Kapar and Meru merged to form the Klang Regional Council. With the promulgation of the Local Government Act of 1976, Act 171, and the reorganization of all local authorities, the Klang District Council was upgraded to a Klang Municipal Council (KMC) on 1 January 1977. Timeline of Klang Local Authorities: 1890 Klang Health Board, 1945 Klang Town Board, 1954 Klang Town Council, 1975 Klang District Council, and 1977 Klang Municipal Council.
The procedures during plan submission. For the Klang Municipal Council (APK), there are a total of 6 processes to be considered and followed during the process of plan submission. According to the Town and Country Planning Act 1976, which is Act 172, each development proposal must obtain planning permission (KM) from the planning authority local before the development can be started. First and foremost, we must fill in the Borang Senarai Semak Permohonan Kebenaran Merancang KM, which is the OCS Secretariat Review Form for building plan and permit that can be found on their official website. Now, I will explain the step-by-step process for plan submission. Process 1. The collection of technical information. The main objective of the information collection process is to obtain information and advice related to the general data and technical requirements from each agency and technical department that are involved in providing technical comments in the development plan. Data and technical requirements are to assist the applicant in preparing the plan design and preparation of documents according to the document checklist before the formal application is submitted to the local authorities. Below are listed the technical agencies and departments involved in the development plans. Process 2. Consideration of the development plan. The main objective of this step is to process and consider all development plan applications received by the one-stop center of the local authority. During this process, the PSP will determine the category of the application before he sends it to the OSC. After the OSC receives the application, they will review it and then held a meeting to determine whether the application is approved or not. If the application is approved, they will send a notification to the PSP in which the PSP will have to send a letter that they have received the notification. Process 3. Notification start of construction work. Before the start of any sort of construction work, the Klang Municipal Council and technical agencies have to be notified with 2 forms: the notification of commencement of earthworks and the notification of commencement of building work. These 2 notifications have to be sent to the OSC unit counter and the documents will be distributed to the relevant agencies such as the Jabatan Bangunan, Jabatan Kejuruteraan and other agencies included. Process 4. Monitoring building site and notifications interim check. The inspections done by the local authorities and the technical agencies are to ensure construction is carried out in compliance of the approved development plan. The interim examination is conducted by the technical agencies for any non-compliance. The agency will issue a notice of non-compliance to the applicant and a copy to the OSC. Any corrections towards the non-compliance must be rectified by the applicant before the work is considered complete. Process 5. Notification for the final check. The main objective of this process is to obtain release documents and confirmation from the agency according to the scope of work determined. The final inspection is carried out when all physical work and finishes have been completed for all the scopes specified, where any corrective action must be finished before notifying the agencies for the final inspection. Process 6. Depositing the CCC. During this process, a copy of the CCC, which is the Certificate of Completion and Compliance that has been certified by the PSP, is submitted to the local authority. In order to obtain the CCC, the PSP will have to receive a confirmation from the relevant technical agencies in order for them to issue the CCC towards the PSP. Now I'm going to present about the rules involved during the submission process. The Architects Act 1967, which is Act 117. The Act was enacted to provide for the registration of architects, which is done to safeguard public safety, health and welfare about design provided by the architects. Town and Country Planning Act, Act 172. An act for the proper control and regulation of town and country planning. According to the Town and Country Planning Act 1976, Act 172, each development proposal must contain planning permission from the planning authority local before any development can be started.
Hello, my name is MOHAMED and I'm going to explain about advantages and disadvantages. First, we're going to talk about advantages. First, can make our own design. Second, can specify the layout and how many the room desired. And third, purchasing matters handled by agent. The disadvantages. First one is many technical processes and inquiries need to be managed on our own. The second one is the approval process is time consuming. And last but not least, the risk of cheating of the contractors. So now we're going to talk about the Regulation Act involved during the plan submission process. First, Drainage and Building Act. Second, Local Government Act. Third, Consumer Protection Act 1999. Fourth, the Selangor State Building Bylaws 1984. And the fifth, National Land Code 1965. And the sixth, the Town and Country Planning 1976. And last but not least, the Architect Act 1967. In conclusion, submission of a floor plan requires the assessment of all potential risks. The submission process certainly has its advantage and disadvantage in general, as time and money are important aspects of construction work. Proper and efficient documentation before, during and after the construction project has to be done according to proper standard and law.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Farhan bin Rahman. For this presentation, I would like to explain about our floor plans details. For the first, it was taken in the Taman Jasin Heights, Melaka, and this type of house was a semi-D, which is measuring 1,825 square feet. For the detail on the drawing, I used the scale 1/100 and redrawing in the unit of the mm, which is a millimeters. For the door and the window, I put some the label to show the size and the material that it used. That we can see the table of the door that I used the symbol of D. For the Windows table that I use the symbol of the W. For the last, the title block that I use, which is a reference where I worked before, that you can see for the first block, which a local authority use, location of the project, the main title of the drawing, and the second is signature of the contractor. And lastly, with example that be laid by the architecture before they are submit the plans. So that's all for my presentation. So thank you.